We should be emotional. We should be upset. We should be scared and outraged. We should. Our pain matters. We matter.
According to this complaint, a Jane Doe accuser claims she was just 13 when Diddy and an unnamed male star allegedly her while another female celebrity watched.
Kim dated Albie Shore, she dated Dallas Austin. With J-Lo, I don't recall her dating too many other people before Puff because she had just came from In Living Color. So he really, really liked her.
I'm sure if you go to Diddy's house, it probably feels real weird. Probably feels weird walking around that house, probably like, what the f*** happened here?
Jennifer Lopez might be preparing to call in her legal team right now, as the buzz around her past with Diddy has taken an unexpected twist.
I promised myself I wouldn't get emotional, but you know what? You know what?
What?
We should be emotional. We should be upset. We should be scared and outraged. We should. Our pain matters. We matter. You matter. Your voice and your vote matters.
It all started at the AFI Fest 2024, where Jennifer attended the Unstoppable screening and seemed to be in high spirits. But when she paused to greet fans and sign autographs on her way out, things quickly got awkward. In a video that's now all over social media, a fan boldly asks her about Diddy and recent allegations. And Jennifer's response? She instantly stopped signing, turned, and exited, ignoring fans calling out for her not to leave.
Comments about P. Diddy, the allegations?
Go back and look, don't lean. Jennifer, don't lean. Nice your sign.
Her silence speaks volumes, and it raises some big questions. Was it just an awkward moment, or does Jennifer know more than she's letting on? According to sources, there might be more going on between Jennifer and Diddy than just her wanting to distance herself. Some believe Jennifer may have been aware of Diddy's alleged misconduct, which reportedly played a role in their split. Diddy, also known as Sean Combs, has recently been hit with new lawsuits from individuals accusing him of SA, including one woman who claims he was involved with another celebrity.
Sean Diddy Combs has received a new set of lawsuits from alleged victims of and assault, including from one woman who claims he and an unnamed celebrity her at 13 years old.
Adding to the rumors are recently discovered photos showing an intense argument between Jennifer and Diddy. These images, shared by Daily Mail, reveal a heated exchange between the two at the MTV VMAs after-party in New York City in 2000. Captured at the former Lotus nightclub on September 7, 2000, these moments were from the same night Diddy is now accused in a lawsuit of a serious offense, reportedly witnessed by two unnamed celebrities. This latest lawsuit centers on Jane Doe from Alabama, who allegedly tried sneaking into the VMAs in 2000. And, as we know, Jennifer Lopez accompanied Diddy to that event, making their presence at the VMAs even more significant in light of these accusations. Witnesses recall that the night began as a typical star-studded party. Jennifer totally stole the spotlight at the award show earlier that night, rocking an unforgettable all-white outfit with a cropped rhinestone-studded tank top, low-rise pants, and a sparkling bandana.
Alright, I'm just happy. If I forgot you, I'm sorry. Michelle Schweitzer, Polly Anthony, Dave Glue, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. Baby! Come on,
Later on, she turned heads again when she changed into a bold, multicolored mini tube dress for the exclusive after party, co-hosted by none other than Eminem and Dr. Dre. The event was packed with A-listers like Jay-Z, Ben Stiller, Fred Durst, and Ice-T. Even magician David Blaine dropped in, impressing guests like Steven Dorff, Josie Moran, and model Carmen Cass with his mind-bending card tricks. Jennifer and Diddy made their grand entrance with her sister Linda, manager Benny Medina, record exec Damon Dash, and an entourage that included a few extra ladies, heading straight for the VIP section. Diddy was clearly in a party mood, pouring out glasses of top-shelf champagne and dancing with the crowd. The energy was at an all-time high, especially with Jennifer fresh off her big win for Best Dance Video for her hit song, Waiting for Tonight. However, the night took a sudden twist when things got heated between Jennifer and Diddy. Photos show Jennifer standing on a raised platform glaring down at Diddy as he poured champagne for others below, turning what started as a fun celebration into a full-blown argument for everyone to see. Jennifer's sister, Linda, was spotted dancing nearby, maybe trying to ease the tension and bring back the good vibes. But despite her efforts, the situation only grew more intense. Jennifer's manager, Benny Medina, and other guests watched the drama unfold, stunned as the argument stretched on for hours. Eventually, Diddy decided it was time to call it a night, gathering Jennifer, their entourage, and the other women who had come along, and they all left together. Though no one's quite sure what set off the argument, these photos have resurfaced at an interesting time. They're grabbing attention now as Diddy faces a fresh lawsuit accusing him of serious wrongdoing, allegedly on the very same night as the now famous after-party. It's worth noting that Jennifer Lopez isn't mentioned in the lawsuit at all, and the alleged incident didn't actually happen at the club, but rather at a private residence after the party wrapped up. Still, the timing of it all has people wondering, especially given that her relationship with Diddy ended just 5 months later, in February 2001. According to the recent legal filing, Diddy allegedly acted aggressively towards the woman involved, with reports describing him as having a wild look in his eyes during the incident. The document, obtained by Daily Mail, also claims another unnamed male celebrity essayed the woman, while Diddy and a female celebrity allegedly looked on. One anonymous plaintiff has come forward, claiming she endured this traumatic experience with high-profile individuals present. Diddy, however, has strongly denied the allegations, with his legal team calling the lawsuits publicity stunts and firmly stating that he has never mistreated anyone. The lawsuit filed in New York federal court by attorney Tony Busby details a woman's troubling experience that allegedly took place in 2000. At the time, she didn't have a ticket to the MTV Video Music Awards, which were being held at Radio City Music Hall. Still, she was determined to be part of the excitement of the night, so she had a friend drop her off at the venue, hoping to somehow sneak in. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to get inside, but she claims that that's when she met Diddy's driver, who suggested she come back after the show. According to the lawsuit, the driver drove her about 20 minutes away to a large white house with a gated U-shaped driveway. It was then that the driver allegedly told her that Diddy liked her and said that she was what Diddy was looking for, encouraging her to come back for an after-party. When she arrived at the house, things quickly took a strange turn. She was reportedly asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement, which she did, but she never received a copy of it. Once inside, she says the house was filled with celebrities, and disturbingly, there were a lot of illegal substances. She was then offered a drink that she said tasted like orange juice, but had a reddish-yellow color. Not long after drinking it, she began to feel lightheaded and woozy. In her confusion, she looked for a place to rest and found what appeared to be an empty bedroom. But soon after, Diddy allegedly entered the room with a male and a female celebrity. According to her account, Diddy approached her with an aggressive energy and a wild look in his eyes, and reportedly grabbed her saying, "You are ready to party." From there, the situation quickly escalated. The lawsuit claims that he then pushed her towards a man referred to as Celebrity A, who allegedly began undressing her as her disorientation grew worse. According to the plaintiff, she was then held down and essayed by Celebrity A, while Diddy and a female celebrity referred to as Celebrity B reportedly watched. Now, after the first mistreatment ended, Diddy allegedly essayed her himself, while the other two celebrities stood by and watched. She describes a moment where she tried to fight back, hitting him in the neck to make him stop, which reportedly caused him to back off temporarily. In her account, she claims Diddy and the male celebrity forced her down and stripped her of her clothes, with Diddy allegedly R-wording her while the others looked on. The lawsuit further alleges that Diddy attempted to force her to perform but she managed to hit him in the neck and escape the room. Though the lawsuit doesn't reveal the identities of the other celebrities, it does cast a shadow over Diddy's infamous high-profile parties, often attended by Hollywood elites. The young woman managed to escape the residence, calling her father for help to get home. The lawsuit claims that this traumatic night had a lasting impact on her, reportedly leaving her with severe depression that continues to affect her daily life. And these allegations are just one part of a growing legal storm surrounding Diddy, who now faces a series of new lawsuits. Attorney Tony Busby, representing multiple plaintiffs, recently revealed he plans to file up to 120 lawsuits against Diddy over the coming months.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tony Busby. I'm a lawyer here in Houston. I'm licensed in Texas and in New York. And and I'll introduce other members of our team as they speak. As many of you know, our law firm has been at the forefront of some of the most important litigation in the United States.
The latest allegations against Diddy span several years and involve both male and female plaintiffs, painting a troubling picture of alleged incidents. One male accuser claims he was essayed by Diddy in 2008 during an audition for the reality show Making the Band. In this case, the accuser was reportedly quite young, attempting to secure a spot on the show. Another lawsuit from that same year describes a similar accusation from a young, hopeful contestant. Additionally, a separate case filed by a man identified as John Doe claims that Diddy essayed him back in 2005. In this latest complaint, a plaintiff, now as an adult, recounts a deeply unsettling experience from his youth when he was an aspiring actor and rapper. Back then, he and his family were determined to help him break into the entertainment industry. Following the advice of a consultant, his parents made the trip from Los Angeles to New York, believing this was his chance for him to gain valuable industry connections. The consultant had arranged a meeting with Diddy, billed as an audition, but the encounter took a troubling turn. Diddy reportedly insisted on meeting the young man alone in his hotel room before the family joined. Eager to impress, the young rapper performed a few of his songs for Diddy. At first, the meeting began with high hopes, as Diddy praised his talent, saying he had real potential and could help him become a star. When Diddy asked him how far he was willing to go for success, the young boy, full of ambition, replied that he'd do anything. The answer reportedly set off a series of disturbing events. At one point, someone in the room handed the boy a soda. Shortly after drinking it, he began to feel strange, with his attorney suggesting the soda might have been laced with illegal substances. As the boy's discomfort grew, Diddy allegedly moved in closer, made him sit down, and then pushed him back, saying something along the lines, "Sometimes you have to do things you don't want to." Then Diddy allegedly exposed himself and ordered the boy to kiss it. The boy reportedly refused, but Diddy allegedly forced him into an inappropriate act. Afterward, the boy lost consciousness. At that point, Diddy allegedly threatened him, warning that if he told anyone, he'd hurt his family. When the boy woke up, he was crying, noticing his pants were undone, and feeling intense pain in his private areas. Desperate, he asked to see his mom and dad, but Diddy reportedly repeated the threat to harm them if he spoke up. When the consultant returned, she immediately noticed he wasn't himself, visibly shaken and acting strangely. She brought him back to his parents, who could tell right away that he seemed withdrawn and unlike his usual self. Since that night, the boy, identified as John Doe, has reportedly struggled with severe depression and anxiety, deeply affected by the traumatic experience. In a second lawsuit filed in New York, another man, who also referred to as John Doe, claims that during a 2008 audition for Making the Band, Diddy allegedly pressured him to perform inappropriate acts as a test of his dedication to the industry. The lawsuit states that Diddy coerced the aspiring artist into these degrading situations, allegedly involving both himself and his bodyguard known only as T. This alleged manipulation reportedly stretched across multiple auditions, with Diddy pressuring John Doe despite visible discomfort. When John Doe showed signs of distress, Diddy supposedly warned him that he'd be keeping an eye on him, only to later eliminate him from the show. In response, Diddy's representatives have dismissed the allegations as baseless. In a statement, his team suggested that the attorney behind these cases seems more interested in media attention than in the truth, pointing to press appearances and a dedicated hotline created to encourage more claims.
He's going to plead not guilty, obviously. He's going to fight this with all of his energy and all of his might and the full confidence of his lawyers. And I expect a long battle with a good result for Mr. Combs.
But if Diddy is truly innocent, why are so many victims coming forward with similar accounts, supported by credible sources? To add fuel to the fire, an old clip of Diddy from 2003 has resurfaced, sparking fresh outrage online. In this video from the MTV Movie Awards, Diddy approaches actress Devay Chase, best known for her chilling role in The Ring, and invites her to an after-party. Chase, appearing shy, nods in response, and Diddy reacts with an enthusiastic "yeah" while laughing. Although it's unclear if she attended the after-party, this interaction is now being revisited in the light of the recent allegations, with many interpreting it as unsettling. Earlier that night, Diddy and Ashton Kutcher presented Chase with the Best Villain Award. Kutcher, then 25, leaned in, praised her performance, and gave her a gentle pat on the shoulder, telling her she was doing so good. At the time, this may have seemed harmless, but today, given the ongoing discussions about power dynamics and inappropriate behavior in Hollywood, viewers are finding the moment troubling. As the clip spreads on social media, many are expressing discomfort with Diddy's behavior, calling it creepy and disgusting, and questioning the intentions behind his actions. As these lawsuits gain traction, some people are now revisiting Diddy's high-profile relationship with Jennifer Lopez. Fans are wondering if J-Lo, one of the biggest stars of the late 90s and early 2000s, knew anything about Diddy's alleged behavior. The two dated from 1999 to 2001, forming one of the most talked-about couples of their time. Their romance was intense and often tumultuous, as Jennifer has shared in interviews over the years. Looking back, she described their relationship as tempestuous and emotionally exhausting, hinting that the constant ups and downs took a toll on her. "It was good that I was young," she once said. Jennifer's first husband, Johnny Noah, even suggested that Diddy played a role in their split. In an interview on Despierta America, Noah claimed that part of their divorce was due to Diddy's influence on Jennifer's life and career. 25 years later, on Despierta America, Johnny placed some of the blame for their fallout squarely on Diddy. Noah's comment suggests that Diddy's presence complicated things between him and Jennifer, although he stopped short of getting into specifics. Despite never marrying, Jennifer once revealed that Diddy referred to their relationship as a marriage, and even went so far as to tell her, "I want a divorce," on several occasions. In a 2001 interview with Rolling Stone, Jennifer recalled how Diddy would sometimes ask her where he should send the papers when they were apart. The couple kept most of their details of their relationship under wraps, with Jennifer saying she wanted to keep their story sacred and private.
You know, we became friends first, and then we developed this bond. We both understood where we were at that time in our lives.
The Diddy case keeps getting crazier as more details come to light. Combs has been denied bail by 2 judges and will remain behind bars until his trial in May next year. Now, some sources say she might be gearing up to have her lawyers keep her out of the lawsuits, especially since the 1999 nightclub shooting case has been reopened. Natanya Rubin, a woman who was injured in that shooting, is going to extreme lengths to prove Diddy and J-Lo were involved. She was at a club in New York when the gunfire broke out, leaving her with bullet fragments in her face. Now she's offering to have doctors remove those fragments as evidence against Diddy, even though it could cost her her life. She said, "If I didn't suffer, I'm willing to have a doctor remove part of the 9mm bullet in my face so they can use it as evidence if needed." In case you didn't know, the shooting that night involved Diddy, J-Lo, his bodyguard, Anthony Wolf Jones, and rapper Jamal Shine Barrow. Things got out of control fast and shots were fired, leading to multiple arrests. Lopez's charges were dropped almost immediately, and she cooperated with investigators, denying any involvement. Diddy and his bodyguard were cleared of all charges. But Shine, who was only 21, was convicted and sentenced to 10 years in prison for his role. Now, more than 20 years later, the case is back in the spotlight thanks to a lawsuit filed by Rodney Lil Rod Jones. In the lawsuit, he claims that Diddy forced him into unwanted situations and lied about his role in the shooting. Jones even alleges that J-Lo smuggled the gun into the club and gave it to Diddy. Natanya Rubin, still haunted by the events of that night, is hoping this new legal action will bring justice. She recalls the trauma of nearly dying on the operating table, while Lopez was briefly detained, only to have her charges dropped an hour later. Rubin calls herself a living miracle, but the pain and anger still drive her quest for justice. Diddy, however, denies all the accusations. His attorneys call the lawsuits baseless and sickening, claiming they're just attempts to extort money. With J-Lo possibly being called as a witness, the pressure is building. Her presence at the nightclub and her connection to Diddy could make her a key witness if this case goes to trial. If any criminal charges or civil claims are still within the statute of limitations, it could spell trouble for her too. And that's exactly why J-Lo might be done with Diddy for good. She could be ready to expose some of his darkest secrets that would shock everyone if they ever came to light. Because let's face it, J-Lo is the only ex of Diddy's who hasn't been caught up in the drama or any mistreatment. So it's pretty clear something bigger has been going on behind the scenes. But what do you think? Do you think J-Lo is finally ready to spill the tea and turn on Diddy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And while you're at it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos. See you there.